was what? So you guys shocked. How you guys doing?
That's good. How are you?
So yeah, first interview for the show. I'm stoked. I don't know about you guys.
Same, yeah.
The show's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I played checks and I was like, yo, okay.
I was not wondering why.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Because blackjacks, bro.
Yeah, because it's blackjacks.
Because they're legends.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I was like,
They're influential, very influential.
Yeah.
But we are here about you guys though today.
yeah.
But we'll get to the influences because I'm assuming maybe they will. And are they actually one of your influences?
Yeah.
You guys.
Well, I
dig
started
the
listening to
music.
blackjacks about 3 years ago.
Oh, is it? Cool. Me too, man.
Yeah.
Like, I also dig them. They're
Yeah.
cool jets. But we are here to know who Aura Electric is, though. So let us know who plays what. You know, let the people know.
So I'm Kim. I play lead guitar.
You can't be shy.
Yeah,
You're in
I
the
play-
front,
Don't
people can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, I play
Come on,
lead.
man.
I play lead. This
Yeah.
is Tim. He plays bass. Is-
And I'm Ash. I play rhythm and vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you guys come up with the name? How do you guys meet up?
It was at first. No, it was just me and this friend of mine who lives in the same street with me. So Aura Electric was actually his brand.
Oh,
So yeah, it was a clothing
A
brand.
clothing brand.
And
Ah.
then he never came to any show, unfortunately. Like even our first show, and then this guy came along to our first show, and then we just did a freestyle, and then from there we just continued. Me and
Actually,
Ash.
like we met up on Facebook.
yeah, we met
Yeah,
on Facebook.
oh,
Like so we knew each other from like
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mara like Tina we started on like on like
Yeah,
skating
these
stuff.
guys,
Like
yeah. All of them, they knew me, and I had to introduce them to each other.
Ah, so you were the two.
Yeah.
Working
So,
together.
so yeah, and then on our first gig, he came along in freestyle, and then we just continued, me and Ash, and then I had my friend Wunda Bentley is coming, and he was like always with us on our shows, and it was just the two of us. We were looking for a drama.
for
and then
drama, yeah.
Yeah.
One day we just decided that hey, Dubs, bro, I should just learn how to play drums, and then
Oh, so did you switch?
no.
Switch.
Why
No.
were you playing?
No, like that
We
time we
didn't have a
had
drama.
we didn't have a drama,
Oh,
so
so
we
just
just
two
programmed
guitars.
drums. Yeah.
no like
Just
and I just started playing guitar like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just started like
Yeah.
Crazy business. So you're gonna be playing guitar at the coming show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played like in any shows guitar?
I've played, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, crazy.
No, we just
That's a
play-
thematic show.
Oh, this is
That's a
thematic
thematic
show,
show,
yeah.
yeah.
So I have music guitar.
Oh, only took us a week.
Not really.
No, not really,
we,
but-
we jam with him when
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so you've
sometimes,
been
yeah.
playing it, just
Yeah.
not officially. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, crazy stuff. And then, so, what are you guys' influences? Like, you know, how did you get into the punk, like individually? Because I know it's different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
We don't all get into the thing like in the same way, so it's always like stories, even though some of them are similar, but like, you know, we
Yeah.
get introduced to the thing like differently. So, how did you get into it, man? Like, how did the thing come about?
For me, actually, it started off with Lil Peep back in during the SoundCloud era. I was listening to Lil Peep, and after Lil Peep, I felt like that type of music was too soft for me. Then I discovered, I discovered Slipknot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right
that's
after
like-
Lil Peep.
Yeah, it was like
Crazy.
Slipknot. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
What's the
Slipknot.
hype though up with this Lil Peep?
Lil
dude?
Peep.
It's for like the sad kids.
Yeah, the sad kids.
Sad
Yeah,
kids.
emo.
Ah,
Emo.
yeah. Oh, so it's like pop emo.
Yeah.
Emo for popular culture.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, I see. So that's and then there was Slipknot and,
Slipknot and Mudvayne and Five Finger Death Punch.
and then that was it. Down the
That was
rabbit
it.
hole.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did you get into
Yeah,
it?
me, it was through skateboarding. So like
Oh yeah.
2017, I like listened to rock music. I was 13, so I listened to bands like My Chemical Romance. What's this other band? They used, My Bullet for My Valentine. Those bands,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I never had the thought in my mind that black people can actually play guitar on distortion, play punk rock. And then I started going to others when I was like 14, and then I saw TCIYF, I saw Tula play, and then I was like, shit, this thing is like real.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
know.
actually- I didn't know anything.
So
I was
it's
like,
crazy
I
'cause
saw
you think it's just
Shameless.
you.
I saw Shameless, I saw TCIYF was there, I was like, yo. And then I went to another show, there was Dimokoroth, And I was like, now I'm getting used to this. 2019, I got my first guitar and I started playing. And then I wanted to play punk rock, and then about 2022 or 2021, I got an electric guitar and I sold it because it didn't work very well. And then last year, I got another electric guitar and I started playing with Ash. And then from there, we started going to shows, and that's how I got
But like,
into
how
it.
did you stumble on the thing? Like, was it through skate videos, maybe? Like,
Yeah,
when you watched the
also,
skate videos,
yeah,
is that what you got you
Yeah,
interested in?
it's like also, yeah, because I needed something that would blend with my art. Also, I just draw weird stuff, so I just needed something, like certain music that would blend very well with my art, and then that's how I discovered rock music.
Because I know some cats like get exposed to it because they're skaters.
Yeah.
And then like the soundtracks, and then they're
Yeah.
like, what is this? This is actually cool, and then they
Yeah.
start listening to rock, and then but it makes sense. Skaters.
And I think on your
rock
side,
is
it's
sort of
like
stuff.
gaming, because
And
he's
also
a gamer.
gaming,
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
gamer.
Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. And then what's your story, my dude? How did this thing come about?
Yo, I mean, I used to make pop punk music before the band.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How
I
did
think
you get into it?
SoundCloud era, same thing.
We just
Sounds like-
exploring stuff.
Yeah, so like I started making, is it trap metal? Ne?
I don't know.
They call it trap metal.
Yeah, there is a thing like that.
Yeah, like I used to make like trap
It's
metal
about
before like
I don't know.
computer and like I didn't play like instruments until like I didn't know anything about the rock scene until I met Kim.
Oh, but you were the SoundCloud thing, the trap metal. That's kind of like there also.
It's
just as the dudes are rapping there.
Yeah,
It's
just
pretty
rapping,
heavy
yeah.
Too, right? It's like pretty heavy. I think.
Yeah.
Alright, interesting. And then besides like the shows, how have the shows been going? Like, how long have you guys been active? Any shows?
It's like
The
a whole year.
last week was like of 1 year anniversary.
Oh, so you guys
Yeah.
have been playing as a band together for a year.
For a year, yeah.
Fucking dope. And the shows, how's that been going? How's the scene like in the
Well-
hood? Is there a scene in the hood?
Yeah, now it's coming back. Don't get me wrong. I think, like after TCIF went quiet, people started forgetting rock music and skateboarding.
Oh, the movement went
Yeah,
quiet.
so like it wasn't there until 21 Children came back, and then they revived it. So like right now, I've seen the podcast whereby this guy was asking Jazz about what band they played for, and he was like TCIF. This guy couldn't even pronounce that name. I was like, how the hell
People
don't you?
struggle.
Yeah, I was like, how the hell
Struggle.
don't you know TCIYF? I'm like, so I think it was like slowly dying in Soweto, and then 21 Children came along, and then it just came back, and then that way we came along also, because
Yeah.
it gave us hype. Now we know Abdullah, and that guy has faults. We know a way to get shows and all that. And
Yeah, so it's kind of like keeping the scene
Yeah.
alive and making
Alive,
it
yeah.
accessible for everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So besides that, what other old bands do you guys know? Are you influenced by any bands like strictly like South African bands? We'll get to the international dudes. but
I'd
like,
say
Yeah,
I was
Pelotones.
listening to. I can speak into
Yeah,
it.
Pelotones.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Prime Circle. Is Prime Circle South African there?
not sure.
Prime Circle?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's South
Yeah,
African.
Yeah.
Prime Circle
Yeah.
South Africa just really big. One of those bands that's so big you don't know if they're like local or not.
Also, I was
Those
listening
things.
to the Dirty Skirts, another band from
Yeah.
Cape Town. But my favorite band in South Africa is Kid of Doom. They have like experimental music. It's like they have keyboards, and it sounds. How can I explain this? It's rock music. It's not heavy, but
Shoegaze.
it's like shoegaze. Yeah, it's like it's very nice. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that band. I don't think they're playing anymore. But yeah, those guys are like my favorite
Yeah.
band. So
But then there's like older dudes like in the hood too, like who've
Yeah.
been like doing this thing.
actually,
But maybe you guys grew up in an era where they were not so active because it's like
I used to go to poetry sessions with my brother, and I used to see people playing guitar at Soweto Theatre, and some played music that is very similar to rock. For instance, what's this band, Chef in the Kitchen? Yeah, those guys played music that is very nice and very similar to rock. I don't know, it's this Cradle of something. Do you know this song? So you wanna run away, run away, run away, run away.
I have no idea what song that is.
Yeah.
But I know like there was a
This is
band
like-
called Miss Breed
Yeah.
when we were coming up, when we started like picking up instruments, they were fucking heavy.
Yeah.
The heaviest thing I've ever heard from the hood. It was tight. And then there was Rebirth, And then I'm sure like there was like some other jams out there, because also like internet was not such a big thing at that time, so there was not so much footage. There's a band that was called National Wake, punk band.
Yeah.
Not sure when. I think maybe like late 80s. I'm not entirely sure, or 80s, 90s.
Local.
South African.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah, but it's like
it was like in the 60s.
interracial band. Two black dudes, I think, the vocalist and not sure what the other guy played, and then two other white homies. Called National Wake. Let's check it out. They've been around like so. This thing has been happening. Like it's always like I think for us like black kids, we always feel like we're alone. Because we're like scattered, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go out there, you meet other dudes. You're like, oh, actually, there's dudes who listens to this shit, you know?
I used to think like, I'm probably a weirdo because I don't know. Then I realized, you're not a weirdo if you're around the people that are around you.
Exactly, right?
For instance, I like gaming and I like rock music and in Soweto, if someone is a gamer is talking about PlayStation, I'm an Xbox fan. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? And then I started to going places like Comic Con or SK, Smoking Kills.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people that actually know you, bruh. And you start thinking, I don't care what Soweto thinks. I know people, there's people out there that like me.
That
and
like the things you like.
That's the way to be happy, not a weirdo.
You know how I look at it, man?
Yeah.
I think also it's an accessibility thing. That's
Yeah.
why like these things are important, like having shows in the hood. Because there's probably like a bunch of other kids in their houses thinking they're the only one, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not exposed to the thing.
Yeah.
Some people think they don't like it because they're not exposed to it. So like when we do like shows like this, like Soweto Punk Movement, and then Force Online doing their shows and that, it kind of creates like the access because you kind of have to be exposed to things sometimes, you know, to know that, oh, actually, man, there's this kind of movement and I fit into this, or there's a plethora of things that I can explore, you know, and then be into. So it's more of an access thing. But then, you guys working on any music? Like, have you recorded any music? Are you planning
So we
actually
actually have like an EP.
Is it
like
out?
recorded at Musa Zwane
Oh,
Studios,
crazy,
yeah.
Crazy.
But it's not out yet. Yeah, it's not
But
played.
it's recorded. Are you
It's
planning
recorded, yeah.
to release the stuff?
Sometime
Oh.
soon, like
Very soon. As soon
like
as
as soon as
as soon as we get it. Because
Or
I think
is it-
it's
is it
still
big
being
mixed
worked
and
on.
mastered?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the EP called? Like, what was it? A concept album? Do you guys throw things together?
like we just
what is-
it's just an EP of like our first
Our
songs,
first songs,
our
actually.
first songs. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
First song that we
Yeah.
made.
So as soon as it's ready, so there's no date to this.
there's no
right?
dates.
There's
Yeah,
never a date. Right? You never know. It might not even. Let me not say that. Let me not jinx.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna come out. It should. The people need it.
It should,
Yeah, we need the access, and then man. So the coming up show, man. Are you guys stoked? Are you guys excited?
Yo,
about
yeah, like
the 30th
Actually,
of November?
No, when I was I think with Mabone, then Tula called me and was like, yo, Brad, came I down for a show with Blackjacks. I'm like, what are you like Blackjacks? I'm like, yeah, like the guys for Blackjacks.
like how could you even ask?
Bro,
like
you
were down.
Yes, instantly. And then Tepang called me and he said, yeah, he wants to host the show. I was like, yeah, definitely, yo. And it was nice because we've never played a show with Shameless, and
Crazy, right?
Shameless
You're
is
all from the
very
hood.
good. Yeah, we've played with Zondo Commission because our first show was their first show.
I was there for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
So like it was very like it's like now it's gonna be very nice. Shameless is like one of our favorite bands. So like we're playing with like our role models. in one show.
Really
Like,
great
yeah.
cast, great musicians
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So that should be exciting. I'm excited too, man. I'm
It's
stoked.
very, very
But
nice.
then also like Blackjacks is not playing though. But
I know,
somebody
Yeah, that's the
that's
thing,
the
yeah.
thing. It's,
Oh, you
there's
think that's
black
what was
chicks
like-
in the.
But they had like great influence like in the culture too, you know,
Yeah.
because they're one of the dudes like if probably not I don't know
These guys
actually
played at the
of
FIFA
any
World
band from the township that's done it as big as them actually. Like,
Yeah.
they're very influential for
I think
a lot of cats.
also TCIYF, like we could say, it,
Not on that level. Yes, we
it tried.
We tried. we went abroad once, but not on their level. Like they were in it for like years, you know.
Yeah.
So and that's not an easy feat to accomplish, you know. We tried.
It's
man.
so
We
cool
tried.
that if you go to Google and search the first all black rock band in South Africa, they'll say Blackjacks.
the Blackjacks. Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, there were other bands,
Yeah,
but none did it
no,
as big as them.
Yeah,
No, also like I think because technology's improved at that time, not a lot of people were like capturing or it's not as easy as now. Like now you can just take a video of some shit, put it up on YouTube, and then everybody can have access to it. Because I mean like that's how some bands were discovered. This how if somebody saw it on the internet, they were like, "The fuck is this?" and saw it, and then they located the band, and then that's how the thing like started happening. Because prior to that, it was just playing shows at like skate comps, and then until someone went on YouTube. So we have a little more access, but it doesn't mean there's not like a lot of bands that have been doing stuff. It's just never been, never been recorded. It's just no records of it. And then so the scene, like, is it any different? Like the shows in the hood are any different to the shows in the burbs? What are the challenges in playing the shows in the burbs? Because I know there is fucking challenges. Because most of us don't have cars, you travel by taxi, and then you play this at 10, they can't even get home.
On our side, it's like, so most of the time we don't play ad hoc shows, man. We play different places. So it's just to be known, just to be like to get the name out there. Pissed, yeah, we get pissed. Sometimes we perform it like some places. People look at us like, what's happening? Because they're not used to this. Like they don't know, Because another thing, another challenge we have is like being good. Like we either we get better, but we don't want like that pressure because like we used to being an opening band. Right. So last time we played, we got late and Drumfish played before us. And just when we were about to play, we were now shivering because these guys were just why? Because these guys were just did something very cool. Like it's like also like one of my biggest fears right now is having Lifokolodi or Shameless play before us. Yeah, like even 21, even 21. These guys are very good.
Don't you guys believe in your shit?
We do, but when you just saw someone play,
is it a respect thing?
Yeah, it's a
Those guys came before us.
Before us, and
it happens to all of us.
So that's
thing. When you see people that you look up to, you usually get nervous. But if you know your shit, you forget. Like you start having so much fun, you forget about that shit. You're just like, actually, you know what, But I get it. So what the challenges being with playing shows, like passing out at parks, because you can't get home like late.
Last time.
So like last time at Bram, like we were performing there, and then this guy was like, and like the crowd was just standing still, and then I was like, come close, and they came closer, so we had like a few guys ready to like start a mosh pit, and then glasses started breaking, and then like someone like poured like a drink on my face while I was performing. It's like it gets messed up.
Yeah, and what about these instruments? Some people think this thing is just about chaos. And I think the meaning of the thing kind of gets misinterpreted sometimes, because a lot of people like think it's about fucking shit up, taking drugs, and all that shit. And this thing is actually a political movement. Like it was a rebellion from the norm. And like if you look at like the roots of it, like bands back in the day, they were like straight edge. These niggas didn't smoke. It was about being kind and fighting the government and the system, like fighting for common rights for people. So I think the message with like same with everything, it goes, and then the message gets like blurred somewhere along the line, and people think it's just about
personal now.
Yeah, people think it's about which is not the case, which is misleading the kids actually, because it's a pretty positive movement.
It's like this song we posted on SoundCloud, DF. Say the name.
It's
Danko means fuck you.
Yeah, so our thing is we go to places like hospitals, and then you find nurses that like this person chose to be a nurse but will treat you badly, and you find cops that don't do their jobs. You find leaders that they take money from people, the working class or the people that don't have money, and they expect us to say thank you. So Danko actually means fuck you.
Yeah, they're not doing their
Yeah,
jobs.
exactly. They're not doing their jobs.
So do you guys feel like you have a responsibility to address like these issues through your music? Because music can be a very powerful tool to like, you know, kind of like make people aware of certain issues and like kind of shape people's minds and opinions about things. Is it like that for you guys, or are you guys having fun? Which there's nothing wrong with that. Also,
like I feel like it's both.
Yeah.
For Tina,
at
because
this point we're ready for anything.
Because like sometimes these days everyone is like on their earphones so like music is the only thing they hear, like it's the only thing they make like sense of. Like if you talk to someone like this, like but if like they're listening to the music, they can actually hear what you're saying.
So you guys are consciously using this thing, consciously using it as a tool to kind of like reach people.
It's like graffiti.
So what does punk rock mean to you guys? It's a broad thing. It's like very broad. It's different for everybody. So.
I think punk rock. Who's this guy? Pulane once explained it as people like you don't have to be punk. Like punk is not about dressing up. Punk is not about you know.
It's about individuality.
It's about how you think and how you behave.
Also individuality. Because how we express our individuality is different. That's fine. So, as long as you being yourself. You don't necessarily have to be in spikes and all that stuff.
I live in Meadowlands and take electricity from people in Meadowlands. First week, just for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The first week we negotiate with the concert and be like, okay, so we want electricity. It's obvious it's not gonna do anything about it. It's gonna say, okay, sharp, and then that's it. You won't do anything. And then if we spend another week without electricity, we strike. That is what punk rock is. So punk rock is taking that and expressing it in a form of music. You know, that rage of whereby people strike, and then obvious after the strike the electricity will come back for sure.
People get what they want.
People get what they want. So we're expressing that in the form of music now because we kids, we don't know how to strike. So we just, But this fees must fall also. So
there's no such thing as you don't know how to strike your kids. I mean, in 1976, Hector was like a little kid, and it was students actually who were like fighting for the uprising. Like the parents were too afraid. Like they were in the, they were in the working there in the gardens and in the kitchens and being maids and that. It was the kids that were throwing rocks against. That's punk.
That
is punk as fuck. It's punk as fuck. Alright, Robbies, it was nice having you guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the 30th of November.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a great one. Thanks for coming through. We are stoked. I'm stoked to check you guys out, man. We're excited. Fuck it.